Was the president in that private dining room the whole time that the attack on the Capitol was going on? Or did he ever go to, again, only to your knowledge, to the Oval Office, to the White House Situation Room, anywhere else?
To the best of my recollection, he was always in the dining room.
Yeah, what did they say, Mr. Meadows or the president? At all during that brief encounter that you were in the dining room? What do you recall?
I think they were. Everybody was watching the TV.
Do you know whether he was watching TV in the dining room when you talked to him on January 6th?
It's my understanding he was watching television.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And where was Donald Trump when a pack of mindless, murderous guerrillas were crawling all over our Capitol building? The same mindless, murderous guerrillas who were decked out in Trump gear from head to toe, rallied by Trump himself, and pre-planned to be there by the entire MAGA community.
It appears they're making the case here that he was just watching TV the whole time, meaning not doing anything to stop it.
Yeah, we had known from secondhand reporting that this is what the president was up to that day, that he had retreated to the private dining room just off the Oval Office, watching the televisions, the footage of the ongoing riot at Capitol Hill. But now we're hearing it from Trump aides who can corroborate it firsthand in their own words. They're Trump supporters who still believed in the cause enough that they were still working on January 6th in an otherwise hollowed out White House.
Well, he all of a sudden was tied up with some pressing presidential matters, of course, and had no knowledge of an attack on the Capitol. It was the first time he had ever actually done any real work his entire time in the White House, but it just so miraculously happened to coincide with those 187 minutes. I mean, priorities come first, and it's his right to privacy to keep secret why he didn't lift a finger when our government was being assaulted by his very own cronies.
It does indeed point to the theme of dereliction of duty, how this president basically from Election Day abandoned leading the country for this foolish quest to overturn the election, and no more so than on a day when his supporters were committing violence in his name.
That, of course, is the MAGA world's alternative fact. The real life fact is he was sitting on his butt watching the TV, enjoying every minute of it, and he wasn't about to do a damn thing to hinder a coup attempt he had planned for so long. So he told those precious patriots, the ones he loved so much, the ones whose heads are welcomed up his butt any time they please, that he would march hand in hand with them to the Capitol. All the little pea-brained minions being led by their fascist overlord in loving embrace up to the gates, assault a few police officers, and then on to destroy American democracy. But little Donnie was afraid, so he watched his puppets happily commit every felony in the books while he played with ketchup bottles and penned speeches that a reject kindergarten teacher would be ashamed of, that professed his love for all the little stormtroopers from Magaland who were fighting to save their damsel in distress, their blushing orange bride who bigly lost the election. But fear not, the cosplatriots would siege the Capitol and the government and save the day. Come on, people. Everyone knows exactly what Trump was thinking in those 187 minutes. He plotted to take over this country by any means necessary, in the most vile act of widespread treason this nation has ever witnessed. Other countries were commenting that it looked like a scene out of a backwards third world dictatorship. The most embarrassing president of all time, and no, that's not even close, was responsible for the most embarrassing moment of all time. To have that play out at our nation's capital in the greatest country of all time is such an appalling shame. It makes every decent American cringe with stomach pain. Donald Trump must be convicted. It is truly the only resolve to this entire problem, because while Donald Trump is directly responsible for all of it, he opened the door for bad actors to follow him. He has an entire treason caucus at his beck and call. He has the right-wing media in his hip pocket. They are all one homogenous crime family tied together forever. If Trump gets away with it, it opens the floodgates for corruption in American politics like we've never seen before. I got involved in politics because of corruption. But if Trump gets off, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Every con artist, crook, and wannabe dictator will be licking their chops. They'll look at American politics as the ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card. A free pass to have their criminality, corruption, and quest for absolute power be normalized, legal, and even warmly embraced by the entire political party. Under Trump, the Republican Party has become a fascist empire. There are no actual politics involved. It's simply a hierarchy of corrupt players assembling to find out how they can pull the wool over people's eyes and get away with abusing the public for the good of their own expense accounts. Folks, we cannot allow that to happen. We've got to turn the tides and stop Trump's playbook of corruption in its tracks right now. I want to see that Arrest Trump Now hashtag so big on Twitter that servers start exploding and it wrecks the internet. Democracy-loving citizens have to show up big right now all across our country. The time is now. Answer the call, please. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.